This year, we opened up our one-on-one training program. They got results so explosive that high school and college coaches were asking us, how did we do it? And a matter of fact, every athlete that has gone past our 6-month mark has gained at least one PR in their events this season. I know it sounds crazy, but if you don't believe me, literally just ask them. We post them everywhere. So when I say sprint training versus not sprint training, this isn't just a preference, it's the dividing line between athletes who achieve their dream and the athletes who end up staying stuck in the cycles of mediocrity. So today I'm going to give you the brutally honest truth about sprint training and the proof of it, the path that you can take, and the promise after you take it. So you can stop wasting your time and finally protect your dreams. So let's be real. Most athletes say they want to get faster, but they ignore the actual science of sprinting. Doesn't make sense, I know, right? They lift, they jog, or do endless cone drills and wonder why they're stuck. Here's the data. Sprinting is the most neurological damaging movement in all of sports. So if your training isn't aligned with that fact, you're leaving free speed on the table. So do you want to know why most sprinters plateau? It's because they end up copying what everybody else is doing and not actually what works. So let's talk about real return on investment for an athlete. The athletes who invest in high-level sprint training at the age of 14 through 18 are at a significant advantage because they stack the true compounding gains that by the time they're 20, that means better mechanics, that means higher top speed, and that means lower injury rates. So what do? They hit PRs after season because they built it on proper training. So meanwhile, all those athletes that are just a grind harder crew, they peak too early and they wonder what actually went wrong in their training. But sprinting isn't about doing more. It's about doing what actually matters. And you need to do it with a high level of precision. So what this means is that if you're just doing endless training and you're going to the gym without any actual structure, you decide to jog one day, you decide to lift heavy one day, or you're just maxing out, you're not actually training, you're just guessing. And guessing is what gives you guessing results. You wouldn't show up to take a test in school without even knowing what the test is about, would you? I hope not. So what are the actual biggest mistakes? Isn't training, is delaying the quality in training. So the actual biggest mistake that we see, most athletes are training wrong. It's actually delaying the quality training it is until it's too late. So if you're an athlete and you're waiting to your senior year and you really thought that you were just gonna go to the weight room and just throw as much weight on the bar, right? Do random workouts on the internet that you were gonna get faster, you pretty much are shortening your athletic window to actually achieve success. Because at the end of the day, you get one shot at your athletic window. And after every year you wait to truly master your mechanics and optimize your sprint patterns and really invest in the right system, that's another year of opportunity that you never get back. So here's a quick story. I was on the phone with another athlete the other day, and he said he runs the 400 and 200. No, he was a 1 minute and 1 second sprinter. His freshman year, he got hurt. He didn't run fast either. So keep in mind, his PR is still 101 in a 400. So his freshman year, he had this PR of 101. Sophomore year, he still had a PR. He didn't run faster, so he ran 101. His junior year, he ran 59 seconds. And this is his senior year. So he gets on the phone with me and he's telling me how he just knows that if he had the right training, that he can get faster. And over 3 years, he only got better by 1 second. Keep in mind, we have athletes in our training group who's improving 4 seconds in 3 months. So this athlete wasted 3 years of his career by just doing random drills online thinking it was going to get him faster. But guess what? What if he'd have been doing the right system as a freshman instead of wasting 3 years and only getting 1 second faster? In reality, the best athletes, they don't guess. They get guidance, right? So if you want that edge, here it is. Over 90% of D1 sprinters have had structured sprint development by the time they were juniors in high school. So if you're already waiting till your senior year, you're already behind. Because ultimately, to go D1, it's not just talent, it's preparation. And when you match that preparation with work ethic, that's when you close that gap and you close it fast. So if you're coming from a small school with low coaching access or just late to the game, don't panic because you can still catch up, but not by doing the same things that got you there. So if you're an athlete and you look around and you think, hey, I haven't seen anybody even achieve the goals that I want to achieve in the current training system I am. So if you're an athlete and you haven't seen anybody go to college for the 100-meter dash and you're a sprinter, what make you think that if you follow the same things that you will get a different result? Ask yourself that. So here's the actual cheat code, right? If you're stuck at the same 100-meter, 200-meter time year after year, but you're athletic and your form is raw or really just uncoached, and you want to run D1 or even pro, but don't know where to start, or even if you've been injured before and you don't want to repeat injury, this is for you, because sprint training isn't optional. It's truly essential, because I've trained with Olympians, record holders, and guys with no offers who went D1. And every single one of them had this one thing in common. They didn't wait with their career. They didn't waste time doing random 12-week sprint camps or chasing hype drills. They invested in a plan that was built to scale their dream. And they did it from boring technical work, right? They did it from what actually made them unstoppable. And it's in that boring technical work that you actually become unstoppable. So here's the correct advantage, because some people think if I just train with a big name coach or a big name team, I'll get there. Nah, bro, that couldn't be far from it. The real edge isn't about clout, it's about correction. You need to find someone who can break down your stride, fix your shin angles, and upgrade your turnover. And ultimately, you need someone who can build your sprinting IQ. If you're working with a coach and you aren't getting your sprinting IQ lifted, or you aren't getting smarter as a sprinter, then you're ultimately getting dumber as a sprinter. Because it's way more than just any logo on your chest. Because some athletes choose programs or coaches based off their friends in training, right? So, hey, my friend trains with this guy, or, my coaches and I, we all enjoy a good time with each other. But it don't matter if you like your coach if you aren't getting faster, right? Stop wasting your time. So let me ask you this one question. Do you want to look like a serious sprinter, or do you want to become one? Because training smart might be lonely. You might have to train away from the team, but standing on that podium at the end of the season, that's lonely too, because there's only one person standing there. So you have to be different in order to be different. And that's the kind of social proof you need to ask yourself. Not if I'm doing this because my friends want to do it. So here's what I'll tell any athlete who's stuck. You want to go D1, but you keep plateauing and doing things that people who go D1 don't do. You need to get biomechanical help right now. You've got the talent, but you don't have a system. You're just doing random coaches' workouts. So if you want to be exceptional, by definition, you have to do the exception. You have to rewrite what you've already done. So to be exceptional, you have to, by definition, be the exception. You need to be training hard, but also smart, and not just at random directions. Because I said in the beginning of this video, it's not about talent. It's about timing. It's not about random drills on the internet. It's about mechanics. And trust me, it is not about hype. It's about execution. Because you don't just win by working hard. You win by working right. And anything else is wasting your time. And the earlier you start, the further you will get. Stop waiting till your senior year. You need to get on a serious sprint training plan ASAP, because next year isn't guaranteed. And yesterday is already gone, but today is all you have. And you want to stop sprinting in circles. You have two choices. You can be like the 99% of people who will watch this video and click on the next. Or you can be like the 1% that actually protect their dreams and take their goals seriously. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up or subscribe for the next one. If you want to get faster for free, you can click the link in the description and join Sprint University. I'll see you guys in the next video.